Okay, have you ever heard a story about a goddess who actually packed her bags and just left home? Well, today we're jumping into this incredible story about Goddess Lakshmi, a really big family disagreement, and a super important lesson that changed everything. So, this is the big mystery we're diving into. Why would the goddess of wealth and good fortune, the one who brings happiness to everyone, suddenly walk out on her own family and leave them with nothing? It's quite a story, so let's get into it. All right, so our story starts in the beautiful city of Jagannath Puri. One day, Goddess Lakshmi decides she's going on a special mission. She wanted to find someone with a really pure and loving heart to shower with her blessings. And what she found was, wow, just totally different. First, she popped by the homes of the temple priests. But guess what? They were sleeping in late, and their houses were kind of a mess. But then, she visited the home of a very humble devotee from a so-called low caste, and it was amazing. The house was sparkling clean, it was filled with prayer, just a wonderful, happy place. And it was still super early in the morning. She was so happy, so pleased with this family, that she appeared right in front of them. Can you imagine their surprise? They were so joyful, and they offered her food, and she happily sat down to eat with them. But, her visit didn't go unnoticed. Peeking in from outside was Lord Jagannath's older brother, Lord Balaram. And let me tell you, when he saw where Lakshmi was, he was not happy at all. He got really, really angry. Balaram was just furious. In his mind, Lakshmi had broken a huge rule by eating in that house. He thought she had become impure. So, picture this. Lakshmi comes back to the palace, all happy and ready to serve dinner. But Balaram just crosses his arms and refuses to eat. He even said he wouldn't touch anything made by her impure hands. And this put poor Lord Jagannath in such a tough spot. I mean, what do you do? He knew his brother could be really stubborn, so just to keep the peace, he sided with him and said he wouldn't eat either. What a dilemma. Well, that was the last straw for Lakshmi. Hearing her own husband reject her like that, her heart was broken. She said, "If my food isn't welcome here, then neither am I." And just like that, she turned around and walked away from the temple forever. And the second Lakshmi left, everything fell apart. I mean, instantly. Poof! All the golden jewels disappeared. Poof! The kitchen was totally empty. The two mighty lords were suddenly poor, hungry beggars. Their luck was just the worst. They had to disguise themselves as little boys just to beg for food. One kind person gave them a handful of puffed rice, but just as they were about to take a bite, a huge gust of wind swooped in and blew it all away. Can you believe that? Finally, after days of being hungry and tired, Lord Jagannath just couldn't take it anymore. He turned to his brother and said, "We made a huge mistake. We have to find Lakshmi and tell her we are sorry." So, where do you look for the goddess of prosperity? Well, they just looked for the place that was shining the brightest, the place that was filled with happiness and wealth. And of course, it was the home of that same devotee from the start of our story. So they went to her, feeling very sorry for themselves. Balaram managed to get out an apology. He said, "I was wrong. Please forgive me." But, being a little grumpy, he also added, "But you were wrong too for not following the rules." And this was the perfect moment for Lakshmi to teach them a really, really big lesson. She asked them a simple question that gets to the whole point of the story. What actually makes a person pure? And she explained that true purity has nothing to do with what family you're born into. Nope. It's all about your actions, your good character, and having a kind, clean heart. The priests might have been high caste, but their hearts weren't in it. The devotee was low caste, but lived a life full of real purity and love. So before she agreed to go back home, she made them promise something. She said they had to create a new, wonderful rule for the holy food, the Mahaprasad, at the temple. A rule where everyone, and I mean everyone, is welcome and treated exactly the same. The brothers finally got it. They understood her wisdom. And they happily agreed to her condition. This changed the rules of the temple forever and made it a truly wonderful place for everyone. And so, this whole story leaves us with something pretty amazing to think about, right? It's not about what you look like on the outside. It's about what you do that really matters. One person's goodness taught even the gods a lesson and made the world a little kinder for everybody. Thanks for listening to this amazing story with me.